These lab sessions are intended for candidates of the Maximo Managed Deployment certification to gain exam-specific hands-on experience. They consist of 8 lab exercises split into 2 sessions, covering some aspects of the exam objectives. It's a good place to brush up your skills and gain some targeted knowledge before attempting the exam. It does not cover all topics and all questions that may arise on the exam, but it should give students focused knowledge to help them understand and answer questions which might come up. In this short introductory session, we'll be looking at the details of the exam and the areas of competency that it covers. We'll discuss the format of the questions and assessment criteria, as well as providing references and links to supporting documentation and useful learning resources. We'll take a look at the different certifications available for IBM Maximo versions 7 and 8, and discuss how best to approach the lab exercises in these sessions so that you can get the most out of them. The C10132 exam is the only requirement to gain the Certified Deployment Professional Maximo Manage V8 accreditation. It's intended to assess expert-level competency in Maximo Application Suite Manage for those candidates implementing the solution or technically involved in its configuration and customization. It replaces the 2 Maximo Asset Management 7.6 Functional Analyst and Infrastructure Deployment Professional certifications, and contains assessment of both core Maximo Manage functionality and implementation topics like database configuration and domains. An exam paper itself consists of 64 questions and appear on both papers A and B. Some questions are single answer, some you'll be asked to select 2 or 3 correct answers. You'll be randomly assigned one of these 2 exam papers when you take the exam. If you were to fail the first time, you could then retake and would be assigned the other paper. The pass mark for this exam is currently 42 out of 64, or 65%, although this can be reviewed at any time, so check out the exam page when you take the exam in Pearson. There is a free sample paper and a full assessment exam available for you to test your knowledge. Questions from these trial papers do not appear in the actual exams. This exam was developed on Maximo Manage version 8.0, so please remember subsequent product changes are not reflected in the questions and answers, and some now superseded functions may be included. The labs in this course will contain notes to help you identify some areas to remember. If you've already gained the Maximo 7.6 Functional Analyst or Infrastructure certifications, you'll find many new topics such as asset depreciation, budget monitoring, and work centers are included, as well as areas not previously tested like service management, scheduler, and health. If you take a look at the exam objectives, you'll see that they are broken up into 8 sections. Next to each section, you can see the percentage of questions you'll find on that topic in the exam paper. For example, work management carries a 19% weighting, so you'll find 12 questions in each exam paper on that topic. Each of these sections is covered in the lab exercises across the 2 sessions. The first section, Maximo Application Suite Overview, does not have hands-on steps, but some pointers to mass content worth reading and some specific points to remember. If you get a chance, it's worth taking the free Introduction to Mass and Mass Manage Introduction courses on IBM Training. These will give you a great overview of the suite and capabilities of the Mass applications. It's recommended that a candidate has several months' experience on the Maximo solution in order to gain the knowledge needed to pass this expert-level certification exam. It's worth having access to a non-production instance of Maximo Manage in order to explore features, functionality, and configuration options. During these labs, you'll each have your own dedicated Mass Manage Red Hat OpenShift environment to complete the exercises and explore additional areas if you wish. As already mentioned, there are sample questions and an assessment exam available to further evaluate your readiness to take the real exam. In addition to your existing experience and these lab exercises, it's definitely worth checking out the other resources listed here to gain deeper understanding of both functional capabilities of the managed solution and other implementation considerations. The assessment exam for this certification is available currently at a $36 US charge. It's a great way to evaluate your readiness to take the exam. This is available on the Pearson VUE website and will provide you with a report showing how you did in each of the assessed sections. In addition to this certification, there are also 2 other Maximo Application Suite certifications available for administrators and on the visual inspection solution. The older Maximo 7.6 certifications will be retired later in 2023. Each lab exercise included here is specific to one of the exam objective sections. As a rough guide, Session 1 labs 1 to 3 will take between 1.5 and 2 hours, and Session 2 labs 4 to 8 will take in the region of 2 hours. It's worth taking your time here and perhaps breaking your exercises into multiple sessions to get the best out of the learning opportunity. It's worth paying particular attention to the note sections throughout the lab exercises. Many of them relate to specific exam knowledge worth remembering. It's important to note that the lab guide contains the exercises for both Session 1 and Session 2 should you prefer to practice these topics in the other session or a mixture of both, time permitting.